Right, I'll be totally honest. This isn't how I pictured my first ever YouTube video. I'm sat in the car. It's been one of those days. Work's been non-stop. Family life is full on from the minute you're up in the morning to the minute you go to bed at night. Projects aren't going to plan. And honestly, I just needed 10 minutes for myself. So instead of heading straight inside, I thought I'd park up on a lay-by. Let's talk. Let's start this journey properly. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Chris and I run cwcage.com and the CWC Age podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts from. What's it about? In short, real leadership. I've spent my life leading teams or being part of teams, from my time in the military right through to my work today as a business mentor, a business coach, and a business project manager. I've seen leadership at its best and at its worst. I've seen what happens when teams thrive and what happens when organizations stop listening. So this channel, this space for me, is my way of getting those stories, lessons, and honest conversations out there to everyone in the world. Because I believe that leadership isn't about titles or pay grades. It's about integrity. It's about adaptability. It's about resilience. And above all, people. It's about you, the people. And if I can help one leader, one team, one organization change the way they lead for the better, then that for me is a win-win. Now let's be real, life's busy. We're all juggling work, family, side projects, 100 unread emails, and it's hard to find time to pause and reflect and learn. That's why I wanted to talk to you right now, in this moment I am in. Because this is what real life looks like for me. For me, it's sitting here after a long day outside the house or in a lay-by on the way home, still in work mode, but slowly trying to switch off. And honestly, sometimes that 10 minutes in the car on the way home or the 20-minute journey, it's the best part of my day. It's quiet, no meetings, no noise, just space to think. Sometimes I'll put on an Audible book and get so lost in the book I'll forget to turn the car engine up. Sometimes an idea will spring to mind for my podcast and I can't ignore it at that time. I have to talk it out. So I'll talk it out on the way home. But those moments, they matter to me. They're where I reflect, they're where I reset and get my ideas back on track. So why YouTube? Why now? In all honesty, I recorded a podcast about a week ago, a visit to Lean Made Simple the other day. I released it and I put it out to Ryan Tierney and his team, the main man with the LMS, and he sent me a personal voice note explaining that he loved the shout out and that I should consider doing video podcasts. Who would have thought it? To reach more people. So here I am. I also think there's a big demand for stories, teaching leadership through stories and genuine stories. I think that matters because I think experience should be shared, not kept quiet. And because I've realized that leadership, the real kind of leadership, is missing from so many workplaces in today's world. We're in a world where people are told to work harder, hit the numbers, follow that processes, but rarely are they asked, how are you leading your people? What can we do to make it better? How are you making your people better? So I want to challenge that. I want to help leadership teams rethink what success actually is and what it looks like. Because leadership isn't about hierarchy. It's about impact. That's what CWC Age is all about, giving you the edge. Whether you're a CEO, an SME, small business owner, a graduate, or someone just trying to balance work and family just like me. I started the CWC Age podcast a while back, and I'll be totally honest, I was nervous. I didn't know if anyone would listen. I didn't have fancy gear or a podcast studio. I just had my microphone and my iPad and a little bit of passion for the project. But the responses, they're unreal. People listened. They shared, they've sent messages to me, CEOs, small business owners, people I knew in the military, saying stuff and saying it helped them to think differently, saying it helped them to plan out their day and a bit of learning. That right there is what I need. It keeps me going. And now I want to take that same energy and bring it here, yes, to YouTube. Because this isn't about me talking at you. It's about building a community of trust, of leaders who want to learn, who want to grow and challenge the status quo. Here's what to expect from this channel. I'll be honest. You'll get honest talks like this. No scripts, no filters, just me sharing lessons and ramblings, and leadership and mentoring and coaching. And yeah, of course, the occasional story from my military days, because I have so many of them. You'll see video conversations of the CWC Age podcast, because I'm now using Riverside.fm to record all my podcasts. It's been a game changer for me, that site. It makes the editing way easier and lets me focus on what matters, the content. And a quick shout out to Buzzsprout, the platform that hosts my podcasts. They've made it so simple for me to get my CWC Age podcast on Spotify, Apple, everywhere else that you can get it. So if you're watching this and thinking about starting your own podcast, please don't, because it might be better than mine. But they're the sites I would start with, Buzzsprout. The mission is simple for me, to share stories, lessons, and honest conversations that help people lead better and live better. Quite a simple message. I've mentored CEOs, business owners, members of local councils, graduates, sports coaches. And you know what's interesting? The challenges are all the same. Communication, pressure, change, self-doubt. We all face them. The question is, how do we handle them? I want this channel to be a place where we'll explore it together, where we talk about real leadership, where you engage with me, but not just theories, but what it feels like to lead when the pressure's on. I've been there. To have these hard conversations, I've been there. To manage people who've been doing the same job for 20, 30 years and don't want to change. This is about being better as leaders, as teammates, as people. So yeah, this is me, sat in the car, tired, but grateful. Because even when life's hectic, the projects are maybe stalling, the emails don't stop, and you've got family life pulling you in every direction, there's still space for reflection, people. There's space for growth and a bit of personal time. This video isn't polished, it's not rehearsed, but that's kind of the point. Leadership isn't polished or rehearsed. Real leadership is bloody messy. It's human and it's honest. So if you've made it this far, thank you. Welcome to the CWC Age community. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, wherever it is, and check out cwcage.com for articles, blog posts, updates, and full podcast episodes. You can also listen, to the CWC Age podcast on, as I said, Spotify, Apple, and anywhere you get your podcast from. Just type in CWC Age. And if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Take time for yourself, even if it's 10 minutes in your parked car and you look like a lunatic, just to breathe and reflect and reset, because that's where growth happens. All right, I'm going to finally turn my keys in and get out my car, because my neighbours and these people will think I've lost it. Take care, keep improving, and as always,